summer of 2025 definitely feels like one where we need to learn and we need to grow and we need to overcome something. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here today in my living room and I am going to be giving you guys some summer reads and recommendations from me. So welcome to my channel and let's get on to the video, shall we? For book number 1, The Sun and Her Flowers. The Sun and Her Flowers is by Rupi Kaur. This is a New York bestseller, so you guys have probably heard of this book before, or maybe her other book, Milk and Honey. Basically, this book is amazing. It is a poem. It is quite thick, but it's a poem book, so basically everything is quite short and really lovely illustrations of some of her poems' meanings, just subjects on growth, on acceptance, on strength, on understanding, and your power. Chapters of this book goes through the motions, through wilt, fall, root, rise, in order to bloom. It's a really, really great summer read. Specifically, I remember reading this on the beach. It just really brought me into the element and into the summer vibe. It hits close to home in a lot of ways, especially for women out there. This is a great book for you because it deals with some harder subjects, such as dealing with the misogynistic point of view in some of her poems, as well as a woman's role in relationships, as well as understanding yourself as a woman and really blooming, as she likes to put it, into your full self. I'll read you guys one of the poems I really connected with. So here's one of the poems. Here we go. Why am I always running in circles between wanting you to want me, and when you want me, deciding it is too emotionally naked for me to live with? Why do I make loving me so difficult, as if you should never have to witness the ghosts I have tucked under my breast? I used to be more open when it came to matters like this, my love. If only we'd met when I was that willing. Book by Rupi is a beautiful, beautiful book. I definitely recommend reading over the summer. It's a great summer read. It is like a lot of pages, but their poems aren't very long. You know, you're at the beach and you want to do other things other than just read. The beach is a great one because you read a few poems and you can sit there and think about the poems, and it really just gives you an introspective look into things that you might have felt as well, or at least can connect with through Rupi's writing. And they're just very beautiful, and I definitely recommend. All right, book number 2, I'm going to be recommending The Places That Scare You. The Places That Scare You is by Pema Chodron. It is a short book. As you can see, it's not many pages. It's only 130 pages long. So in 130 pages, you can get a great read on overcoming fear through storytelling and through ancient wisdoms, Tibetan Buddhism. This book really goes through the practices and the teachings, and especially in our Western society, you definitely don't hear about these kind of teachings very often, and this book does a really great job of just navigating you through these very complex lessons into ways that you can adjust them or just learn through stories that she tells. And it also delves deeper into your psyche and your understanding of choices and where fear comes into play when you make choices. It's a really, really great book. It's an American and Buddhist nun. She really teaches the Tibetan Buddhism very well, and I love about this book is at the beginning of every chapter is a proverb. There's a proverb from a ancient teaching. So for example, she'll reference almost everyone. Like there's Albert Einstein quotes in here. There's one from philosophers or Buddhists or scientists you've probably never heard of in here. In chapter 8, it starts with on compassion, and it's a quote by Machik Labdron. I think I'm pronouncing that okay. And it says, in other traditions, demons are expelled externally, but in my tradition, demons are accepted with compassion. I'm actually rereading it. This book dives deep into the choices and our reactions to choices and where fear comes into play in those choices, and how if we let these choices of fear harden us, they make us increasingly resentful and afraid, as she puts it, or we can, in retrospect, what this book helps us do is soften and allow our inherent human kindness to shine through. So it really delves deep into those lessons that you can take with you. So if you're looking to, have a short read for summer that helps you overcome challenges that you can face or you always face, no matter big or small, this book really does a great job of just giving you some teachings in a very insightful as well as entertaining way. I love this book. Again, it's so short that I'm rereading it again. So bodhicitta, which is explained right off the bat in this amazing book, chitta meaning mind and also heart or attitude, and bodhi meaning awake, enlightened, or completely open, of open heart and open mind and acceptance. So again, I just can't recommend this book enough because it just has so many complex and a variety of story in such a short amount of pages. You really want to read this book slowly and carefully, perhaps even taking notes. It's definitely a book that you have to digest. It's not a book that you want to just try to get through super fast. I mean, you can, but it's definitely better if you slowly read this book to really, digest the contents that are inside of it. So book number 3 is a fictional book, and it's Never Let Me Go. Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. It's a medium-sized book. It's about 288 pages. And in 288 pages, he creates an entire world and an entire system and story that really engulfs you and makes you feel so many different things. As a mystery, as a glimpse of romance, it's accepting one's fate, a thoughtfully sad. So if you're looking for a little English countryside read with mystery, glimpse of romance, and a bit of horror elements. To me, it was a very slow start. It started very slow and it was a bit difficult to, really get into in the first half of this book, but the second half of the book really speeds up and it really takes you down the rabbit hole of the unraveling these mysteries that were presented all throughout the first half of the book. It deals with a young girl and her peers that grow up, all orphans, grow up in a small school, and this school is filled with mysteries, and it just throws you right in at first, and you're like, what is going on? It's like, what does this mean? You're in this, it starts out with her childhood all the way to adulthood as orphans in this school, like I'm saying, and there's Tommy, there's Ruth, those are her best friends, but there's a bit of a learning without parents, as well as these guardians that sprinkle in little truths throughout their childhood, and you're kind of figuring it out with them along the way. Uncover the truth until the end. Their fate lies for them, and who they are, and why they're even there, and what the gallery means, and it really just throws you in. It's such a mystery, but it's actually a very beautiful read and a very beautiful story. So it really makes you think, how could people let that happen to these children? I know this is a very popular one. This one is a winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature, so if that tells you something, other people like it too. I definitely recommend this one for you for summer. Alright, for book number 4. Book number 4, I'm recommending Your Letter. Your Letter is a story by Hyung-Ah Cho. This book is, I guess you could say it is thick, but it's more of like a manga than a regular book. As you can see, it's filled with colored pages and pictures and dialogue. So if you are someone who, likes pictures and loves a good story about overcoming bullying and overcoming being shamed or overcoming insecurity. Yep. Okay, my cat just made a sound. How Sori, the protagonist of this girl here, She goes through changing schools. They're middle school students. She is heavily bullied, but she is bullied because she stands up for people that are being bullied. But in that turn, she then becomes the target. It's only through her finding a letter, a mysterious letter that leads her to a place where she uncovers her true self and the meaning behind these letters, and through having no friends, she develops a strong connection with somebody else looking for these mysterious letters around the school, and it's really cute. I love this book. It was a fast read, it's easy to read, and it definitely connects you to uncovering your own strengths and friendship, finding your confidence, and truly seeing how great you are. You could say there's a glimpse of like special feelings between the two main characters. A little bit of a tearjerker. I'm not going to spoil too much, but yeah, if you want something fun, pretty, and good story arc, then I recommend this book for summer. Okay, so for book number 5, I'm recommending Fractured Land by Melissa A. Volker. She is an excellent writer. She definitely brings you into the story. It's not a very long book. It is about 237 pages of pure eco-thriller, enemies to lovers, a small town girl that lived in a big city had moved home, a big time oil tycoon worker coming into their farmland, dealing with the whole town hating him, but he has another deeper side to him. There's two sides of a story. There's more complexities to humans and more complexity to people's actions than you give them credit for, but there are still morals, a little bit of science, a little bit of action, a lot of mystery, there's some murder, there's some fighting, there's some love and romance and small town feels. Romance is spicy and the action is definitely there. It's a great book. I really like this one. It's completely a fictional read and just fun. This book, I don't actually know where you can buy it. I think you can buy it on Amazon. I actually went to the book unveiling in South Africa for this one. Yeah, sizzling romance, environmental awareness. If you're someone who wants a book on both of those things, then this is the book for you. So yeah, this book is great. I recommend for summer. Alright, for my final book I'm going to be recommending for you guys to read during summer is Atomic Habits. This book is widely popular. I actually have not finished this book. James Clear. It is a relatively big book. It is about 306 pages, but it's definitely a book that you want to digest, like one of the other ones I mentioned. This book you want to take probably chapter by chapter, really want to get everything you can get out of reading it. It's dense. I mean, this book really goes into the science behind habits, practical ways to break bad habits, to develop new good habits, achieve what you want to achieve in life, to build the future you want to build. It's habits, everything habits. Anybody could read it if you just want to better yourself and learn about how important habits are to your lifestyle and to your future. Packed with evidence, self-improvement strategies, delves into a few of the stories that James Clear goes through himself, how he overcame them. Yeah, this is something that you can definitely sit on and digest throughout the entire summer, I would think. I think summer is a great time to try to instill new habits into your life because you have more time to really reinvent who you are. And by fall, if you read this book, I'm sure you're gonna be able to achieve some of the things that you have been wanting to achieve. So yeah, definitely recommend this book. I'm currently going through reading some new books such as Project Hail Mary and The Courage to Be Disliked. So those books I will be reading over summer. I hope that you guys will read a couple of my suggestions. If you do, please let me know which ones you read in the comments down below. If you've read any of them yourself, I'd love to know what you think. That's all the books I'm going to be recommending for summer for you guys today. Curious to know what you guys are reading over summer. How this video resonated with you. If you guys liked it, please give it a like. If you guys want to see more of me, please subscribe to this channel. We have such a lovely community already. Stay tuned for more videos I have coming out this summer, and check out my old videos too. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you. You're amazing. You rock. You're awesome. Sub, like, comment. Don't forget. I will see you guys soon in another video. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Happy reading.